Hey guys, Ben here and welcome back to another video on Supergirl and the Arrowverse. We have quite a lot of topics to go over in this video, so stick around, and if you do go on to enjoy the video, please be sure to leave a like and a comment, subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss any future DCTV videos later this year. First things first, I want to give a shout out to my current top tier members of the channel. So a big thank you to Nathan Bell, Flash Freak, Bradley, Owlwatch, Matthew and Jose. Thanks for supporting the channel, and if you guys want to be featured in upcoming videos like this, click the join button down below to become a member of the channel and support the content that you like seeing. Okay, so we have some very big news in regards to a show that Melissa Benoist is now joining, which is not the HBO Max show that she just finished filming that's going to release sometime later this year, that being The Girls on the Bus. We've talked about that recently, but we're not talking about that in this video because Melissa has been cast on another TV show and she's going to be replacing a Buffy actor. And some of you guys probably know this show and have watched it because it's a good show, and it's in fact Masters of the Universe Revolution. And you guys know the showrunner, who is Kevin Smith. He directed many Arrowverse episodes, including shows like The Flash, but mainly Supergirl. He did multiple episodes, so there is a close working relationship between him and Melissa Benoist. Plus, Chris Wood, Melissa's husband and who played Mon-El on Supergirl, is the lead of the show. It's an animated show whose first season aired like last year, I believe it was, and they're going to be releasing a new season sometime very soon. This is over on Netflix. It's a He-Man show, basically a new rendition of the Masters of the Universe. So this is coming from TV Line. I'll leave the link in the description below to the article. And so this is how the article goes. Supergirl veteran Melissa Benoist is flying into Netflix's animated He-Man series continuation, Masters of the Universe Revolution, as the voice of Teela, TV Line has learned. Sarah Michelle Gellar voiced the character in the first season, subtitled Revelation. The casting reunites Benoist with her real-life husband slash Supergirl co-star Chris Wood, who provides the voice of the main character He-Man, and Masters of the Universe Revolution executive producer Kevin Smith, who directed 4 episodes of Supergirl. The follow-up, premiering in 2024, so that's later next year, finds Teela, He-Man, and the rest of the Masters struggling to save Eternia from the tangles of darkness, per the official synopsis. Revolution, the second season, is an all-new story that focuses on the classic He-Man vs Skeletor rivalry in a way audiences have never seen before. It's technology up against magic as He-Man and the heroic warriors face the forces of Skeletor, voiced by Mark Hamill, and a deadly threat to the planet in the next epic chapter of the battle for Eternia. So this is a statement from Melissa Benoist. I jumped at the opportunity to work alongside my friend Kevin Smith and join the Revolution family as another bold and fearless heroine. Look forward to sharing the next evolution of Teela's story with fans. So there you have it. That is the official announcement that Melissa Benoist is joining the second season of Masters of the Universe. She is not playing a new role. For those of you guys who are Masters of the Universe fans or have even watched the Kevin Smith version of the show, will know that Teela is one of the main characters, and as it says in the article, Melissa is going to be replacing Sarah Michelle Gellar. Now, some of you guys may know her from Buffy because she was in Buffy the Vampire Slayer, and she voiced the character of Teela in season 1. I don't know the reason as to why she has left the show. Maybe it was just some sort of scheduling issue in terms of like maybe she's pretty busy with filming. I know that she's working on a TV series called Wolfpack. She was in 8 episodes. I don't believe that's come out yet. Maybe that was the conflict, or maybe it's a future project that is set to come out later. Also, it should be noted that this season 2 isn't going to be coming out until 2024. So I presume they're going to be doing the voice acting this year, and it's just animation takes a long time. So that's why it's not coming out until next year. But apart from scheduling conflicts, I see no reason why they would recast. So I do believe it's probably a scheduling conflict, because even Sarah Michelle Gellar was in Clerks 3, and she has a relationship with Kevin Smith just like Melissa Benoist, and I guess it's kind of a no-brainer if they needed to recast the role that Kevin was going to ask Melissa, because like I said, Chris Wood is the lead on the show, so it makes sense. And they work very well together, as seen in Supergirl, so why not go for it? Plus, Kevin has worked with Melissa, so he knows her talents. Plus, Melissa has actually appeared alongside Chris in multiple films that Kevin Smith had worked on Clerks 3, and also Jay and Silent Bob, the most recent film. And so what do I think about this? And I really want to know what you think about it in the comments down below. I'm very excited that Melissa's taking on more projects. Obviously, we have the HBO Max show, looking forward to that. And I think this is probably super exciting for most of you guys, because this is a kind of genre show. It's a comic book style show that obviously has some sort of link to the Arrowverse and Supergirl and what she did in the past. As Melissa says in her statement, this is another heroine that she's going to be playing. So looking forward to seeing her rendition of the character. And Master of the Universe is a really cool concept, and I love the stories that they tell, and season 1 was really good. So I'm looking forward to see her face off against Mark Hamill and fight alongside the voice of Chris Wood. So looking forward to this in 2024. Let me know, what do you think about this in the comments down below. Alright, let's move on to the next bit of this video, because we have a couple more topics that are related to Supergirl that I wanted to briefly address. First off, as you know, The Flash has just finished filming, so the Arrowverse is nearing its end as far as we are aware. We don't know of any other plans to continue the Arrowverse beyond when Superman Lois ends, basically. So it begs the question, is Melissa going to show up as Supergirl? We've asked this question many times in the past. I wanted to address it one more time here about her potentially showing up in Superman Lois. But in regards to The Flash, first things first, I think it's kind of likely that she could show up just for a cameo, considering that she's finished filming her HBO Max show, The Girls on the Bus. That was filmed in New York, and I know Vancouver's a little bit of a further flight away, but they could have totally just done it on a green screen, or even just like a phone call. Like, I've heard that theory go around a lot, that maybe there could be cameos, just like in Armageddon when you saw Ray Palmer on the phone, and it's just like a really simple setup. It doesn't matter where the actor is, and so something like that could happen to Melissa, but also to Carlos Valdez, who obviously plays Cisco on The Flash, considering that they both were in New York, and I'm not sure of their scheduling and if it worked out to actually get them back up there. But let's talk about Superman Lois here, because will Supergirl ever show up on Superman Lois? I'm going to give you a few options. And the first option is, of course, Melissa returning as her version of Supergirl. Actually, I should point out, Supergirl, Alex, and Neo were all referenced this week by Batwoman on The Flash. So that's just like another in-universe reference that confirms, yes, they're still around, they're kicking, and everything is as normal. So what's the likelihood of Melissa returning as her original character? I'm going to say it's fairly likely that there could be some sort of cameo, but I don't see it happening anytime soon, and especially if Superman Lois is not going to get beyond like one more season. I'm not sure how likely it is. I'm saying it's likely if Superman Lois had like 4, 5, 6 seasons rather than just like the 4th season, because as I've made it clear, she's pretty busy. She's filming the HBO Max show, which she just finished. I presume she'll want a break after that. Plus then she's going to go and work on Masters of the Universe, as we discussed earlier in the video. So that's some voice acting work, but obviously it's a decent amount of episodes. So I don't know how desperate she's going to be to go up and go to Vancouver and film for Superman Lois, especially since she finished as Supergirl at the end of 2021. But could she return, and when she does return potentially, would she be a different version of the character? Well, that's what's been teased by Superman Lois showrunner Todd Helbing. If Supergirl were to ever show up, would most likely be a Supergirl from their own Earth with their own story, and they would basically retell the stories what he was teasing a while ago, because they've made it evidently clear that they have no interest in continuing the Arrowverse and the main stories that have been told in the past. So the major difference would be, this is probably the most likely way that Melissa would return as Supergirl. She would be playing a different version of the character of Kara and of Supergirl. But if she returned in the Flash's series finale, it would be original Kara, who we knew from Supergirl and the Arrowverse as a whole. And the only other option is, if Supergirl were to ever show up on Superman Lois, it's highly likely that she would be recast. So it wouldn't be Melissa Benoist, it would be someone else. I'm not saying it's likely that the DCEU Supergirl would show up. I think that is probably less likely than Melissa showing up. So it would probably be someone completely new because they would want to tell the story in a different way. Like Todd Helbing said, they would revamp the origin and basically have her be different from the Arrowverse Supergirl and be Superman and Lois's own version of the character. So what do you guys think about this? Let me know down in the comments below. I'm very curious. I've touched on this before in previous videos, but I seriously think it would be absolutely amazing to see a version of Supergirl show up on Superman and Lois at some point whilst the show is still running. And I would be all in for a recast if they wanted to do that, because as I said, Superman and Lois doesn't care about continuity, so why not go for a new version of the character? However, right now they do have to deal with a lot of characters who have superpowers, especially with the focus being on Superboy, aka Jordan Kent, because he is the one that is like the kind of new Kryptonian to everything. So if they introduce like another new Kryptonian, I guess that kind of just complicates the story and kind of clogs up the time that they've got to spend with Superman, Lois, and the rest of the family, plus also the Cushings. So there's a lot of stories that are going on. So I guess they would just need to fit the Supergirl story in with Superman and what he's doing. So that does it for this video, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please like the video and also leave a comment if you enjoyed it. It really helps out the channel. Also subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss any future videos. We're uploading daily right now. So if you've missed any videos over the last week or so, please be sure to go on my channel page and watch anything that interests you. I really appreciate it. Also, you can click on the top right corner of the screen to watch my latest video. And so for now, I'll catch you guys later. Goodbye.
I see red.